Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Programming with Pirai. In this video, we are going to see about what is meant by recursion and how to find a factorial by using recursion. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, what is meant by recursion? Recursion is simply like it is a function. It is a function. We already learned about what is meant by recursion function, right? It's a function which calls itself. Which calls itself. It's called what? Recursion function. And why we are using this recursion? What is the use of this recursion? We are using this recursion because we will divide a main problem. Let us take this a problem. We will divide this problem into some more subproblems. Subproblem, 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 and subproblem. Okay. And further, we will divide this into sub-subproblem. Okay. And by finding all the answers for this problem will lead to a solution for this problem, right? We just partitioning a main problem into sub problems, and while solving those sub problems we will get the answer for the main problem. So this is what the use case of this recursion. Okay, this recursion is mostly used in everywhere. Like, we don't use recursion alone, but we can use recursion with backtracking. With backtracking, okay. So we can learn what is meant by backtracking in future, and also we can optimize the recursion by using dynamic programming (DP). Okay, so it is what optimization. We can also learn this in another playlist. Okay, but in this playlist we are fully focusing on only at recursion. Okay, first of all, this is a use case. Now there are important terms in recursion. Okay, what are the terms? They are recursion stack. So this is the internal stack that is created when we are doing a recursion calls. It's an internal stack, okay, created when we are doing recursion call. When we are doing recursion call, it gets created. Fine. Now, what is the another term? Another term is recursion tree or recurrence tree, whatever. It is simple visualization. Visualization how a recursion is called, how the function is called again and again. Okay, it is just a visualization for understanding purpose, right? And then other than this terminology we have two things. Okay, what are they? They are the part of recursion. The two parts of recursion. Parts of recursion. So what are the parts of recursion? And they are, the first thing is base case. Base case, okay. And the second thing is body. Recursion body. Fine. Or recursion relation. We want to find recursion relation here. Recursion relation or recurrence relation, whatever you want to do that. Okay, in this body. In this body we will do this as a part. Okay, so these are the parts of recursion and these are the terminology, and we can use recursion with backtracking and DP. Then what are the use cases? We will divide a problem into sub problems. And what is recursion? Recursion function, a function which calls itself, is called recursion function. So this is all the basic introduction for recursion. Now let us see some more examples with recursion. Let us solve a problem called factorial. Find factorial. Find factorial using recursion. We can also do this without using recursion, but still we want to know what is recursion, right? So we can solve this a simple problem. It is very simple problem. Okay, so what is a factorial? I can say take a number n which is equal to 5. So what is my output? What is the factorial of 5? I can say 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to what? 120. So 120 should be my answer, right? For n is equal to 5, 120 should be my answer. So this is the basic factorial program. Fine. So how can we do this? How can we do this? Okay. As I said earlier, there are two parts. What are they? Base case. One is base case and another one is a body. First, we don't focus on this base case. Instead of that, we can focus on this body. Okay, let me write the recurrence relation. First of all, we are just passing this n into our function. We are just passing this n into our function. Let us take this is our function. Let me take fact of 5. Okay, can I divide this problem into my subproblems? Can I divide? Okay, 5 can be factorial of 5 can be divided as 5 into factorial of 4, right? I have divided, right? By how? Factorial of 5 can be represented as 5 into factorial of 4. That's it. I have divided. Okay, fine. Let us go another time. So further, this factorial of 4 can be divided as 4 into fact of 3. Fact of 3. Again, this fact of 3 can be divided as fact of 2. Sorry, 3 into fact of 2, right? Again, this fact of 2 can be divided as 2 into fact of 1, right? Yes, yes. Again, this fact of 1 can be divided as 1 into fact of 0, right? Let me go slightly. Yes, yes. Now, can I further divide? Can I further divide beyond 0? No, right? We cannot divide beyond 0. So, this is our base case. Now, can you understand what is our base case? A base case is a stopping point for the recursion. Don't go after this. Just stop. Just stop there and return some value. Okay, what is the factorial of 1? So factorial of 0. The factorial of 0 is 1, right? 1. Okay, let me change the color. So this f of 1 will return what? 1. It will call and return what? 1. Okay. So what is 1 into 1? It is again 1. So instead of this f of 1, we can replace with 1. I found answer for this subproblem and applied for this problem. Now answer for this subproblem will be applied for this problem. Like that. Okay. Now 2 into 1 is 2. So apply here. Now 3 into 2 is 6. Apply here. Now 4 into 6 is 24. Apply here. 24 into 5, it is 120. Apply here. Any other answer? Any other recursion call there? No, no. So just return what? 120. So I got to answer right. Okay, what is my base case? My base case is if my value n is equal to 0, yes, or my value of n is equal to 1, then I have to return what? 1. Why? Because okay, if we don't write this, it also true. But because I wrote like 0 factorial is equal to 1 factorial, right? Both are equal to 1, right? This is the equivalence, right? 0 factorial, 1 factorial, and 1 are same. That's why I just wrote here. But still, if you don't write here, it is also okay. It's also okay. Just put n is equal to 0, then return 1. So this is our base case, right? This is our base case. Okay. What is our body? What should be my body? Okay. Here, what we have done? We have just done like n into factorial of n minus 1, right? We have taken this 5 outside, then we are just searching for factorial, again a recursion call, right? So that's why we are writing what? Factorial of n minus 1. So what should I do this value? I should return this. I should return this to the previous function call. Just see here. I found out this whole value. I found out this whole value as 6. Where should I return? I should return here, right? I should return the 6 here. That's why I writing what? Return. So that's it. So this is the problem. So this is the body and this is the base case. Now comparing these two, we will get the program's output. Fine. Now let us discuss about the recursion stack and recursion tree. Let us take recursion stack first. So this is my, let me take, this is my code. What is the base case? If n is equal to 0, then I want to return what? 1, right? If that is not a case, I want to return what? Return n into f of n minus 1. Just I am writing f of instead of f fact. Okay. So it is for f of 5. For f of 5, it will comes. Just observe the control flow. Okay. This comes whether 5 is equal to 0. No, no. This is not true. This is not true. So it comes here. So okay, 5 into what? F of 4, right? Again, it will goes to here. It creates another internal stack. Let us take here. This is the internal stack. Okay, it is the internal stack. Here it is what? F of 5. Now what is created? F of 4. Right? Put F of 4. Fine. Again, inside this F of 4, first it will check if n is equal to 0. Yes. No. No. 4 is not equal to 0. So whether this return statement will return? No. It will goes to here and it will return what? N into f of f minus 1. So what is the what is the n? N is 4. Okay. Into what? F of 3. So again go for f of 3. Now what is added? F of 3 is added to my stack. What is the stack? Internal stack. That is an important note. Okay. Now it is what? F of 3. Whether n is equal to 0? No. 3 is not equal to 0, right? Yes. So whether this return statement will be executed? No. And then return what? N into what? F of n minus 1. So what is the answer? 3 into f of 2. Yes. Again, now f of 2 will be called. Yes. So let me put here. This is what? F of 2. Let us consider. This is a f of 2. Now, whether n is equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. Then this return statement will be not be executed. Not executed. Now, return what? What should I return? N into f of n minus 1. So, what is n? It is 2. And what is f of n minus 1? It is f of 1. So, again, it goes here. It goes here. Now, I have another what? Recursion stack. Recursion stack will be created right here. So here f of 2. Now it creates what? F of 1. Now it creates f of 1. Yes. Again, just listen carefully. This is what? F of 1. If n is equal to 0. No. So the return statement will not be executed. Now return what? What should I return? N into f of n minus 1, which is equal to 1 into f of 0. So it goes for f of 0 again. Listen carefully. This is a turning point. Okay. It goes for f of 0. So put f of 0 here. Fine. Now f of 0 is created if n is equal to 0. Yes. Yes, it is equal to 0. So what it would do? It will return instead of going to the body part. It will return 1. What it will return? It will return 1. So take this one. This one will be moved here. So inside my stack, what will be deleted? This f of 0 is deleted now. Fine. Now again we will compute this as what? 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So whether I have return statement? Yes, I have return statement here. So return what? Return 1. So where should I return? Where should I return? Go to the record stack. Yes, f of 1 should return where? F of 2. So return to f of 2. So this 1 will be gone here. It will replace as 1. Yes. Now this return statement will return what? 2. Yes, 2 into 1 is 2. Now where should I return this? I should return this to here, because see here in this recursion stack f of 2 is deleted. Now f of 3. So see here, instead of this f of 2 I will replace as 2. Now 3 into 2 is 6. So I will return what? 6. Now just return 6. Yes. Now return 6 here. Yes. Now 6 is written here. Just delete this. Fine. Now, what is a 4 into 6? It is 24. 24. So return 24. Where should I return 24? I should return 24 to f of 5. So return here. Instead of this, return 24. So 5 into 24 is what? 5 into 24 is 120. 120. So pop this. Any other thing is in the recursion stack, internal stack? No. So return this 120 to the called function. If I call in main function like f of 5, then it will return what? 120 here. Fine. So this is what the recursion stack. Now how to write the recursion tree? Recursion tree is like this. This is the recursion tree format. Like you will take f of 5. We'll take f of 5. It can be divided like what? 5 into f of 4. Again, this f of 4 is divided like what? 4 into f of 3. Again, this f of 3 is divided into what? 3 into, sorry, here, okay? 3 into f of 2. Again, this f of 2 can be divided as what? 2 into f of 1. Again, this this can be further divided into 1 into f of 0, and this 1 will return what? Will return, let me take this, okay? It will return what? 1. So 1 will be written here. So 1, so multiplying this 2, it will be 1. 1 will be written here. Then multiplying this 2, 2, so 2 will be written here. So multiplying this 2, it will return 6. 6 will be written here. 6 into 4, it will be 24. 24 will be written here. So it will be what? 5 into 24, which is equal to 120. 120 will be written here. Now can you understand what is meant by recursion tree or recurrence tree, whatever? Okay. So this is what the answer for recursion tree. Fine. So what is the time complexity? What is the time complexity? I can say time complexity is O of n, because for 5 we are going up to 5 times, right? So it is O of n. So what is space complexity? Space complexity is O of n. But you assume that there is no space complexity. But why this space complexity occurs? Because of the recursion stack. Recursion stack. Okay. Because of this recursion stack, we have a space complexity of O of n. Fine. Let us see the code now so that it will be more clear. See here, def factor of n, then if n is less than 1, if n is less than 1, less than or equal to 1, we can also use like n is equal to 0. It also true. Okay. As I told you, 0 or 1, I will return 1, because 0 factor and 1 factor is equal to 1, right? If it is so, I will return 1. Else, I want to return what? N into factorial of n minus 1. Yes, and then I'm calling this factorial function outside the in the main function, right? Now let me run it. Yes, 120 is the answer. Let me make this as 4. 24 will be the answer, right? So thank you.